Real estate, the most important thing I learned in real estate. In this video, you are going to learn the most important thing when it comes to making money from real estate. My name is David Jaffe, and I used to rent out apartments in New York City, and I can tell you that the most important aspect that every landlord needs to get right is making sure that they get the best tenant possible. They should interview the tenant. They should go through social media. They should make sure that that tenant is a good fit. If they have any inclination that they are uncomfortable with that tenant, then they should reject that tenant. What I used to do is I would price my rents about 10% below market value. Then I would comb through the prospective tenant's social media. I would look for party pictures or engaging in extreme or dangerous behavior or anything that looked out of place or that would raise a red flag in my mind. Then, if the prospective tenant passed that initial step, I would then interview them face to face at a Starbucks before they even saw the apartment. Now, during this interview, depending upon my perception of whether this person would be a good fit or not, I would intentionally try to provoke this person into showing me how they act when they're challenged. For example, I would not be very nice to this person. I would go through their social media while I am sitting in front of them and ask them to explain a specific photo. I would ask them questions about my concerns or hesitations about permitting them to stay in the apartment. And if this person ever showed any anger, then they would immediately be dismissed as a prospective tenant. Now, one of the reasons why this worked is because of supply and demand. Again, this is extremely important. You need to price your rents below the market value so that you can interview enough tenants until you find the best fit for your unit. Because if you price your rent too high, then you are going to feel pressure to accept tenants that have no business ever stepping foot onto your property. But by setting the rents below market value, you will have the luxury of choosing only the best tenants. And the best tenants are not going to cause you problems. They are likely going to pay their rent on time. They're not going to trash the apartment. And it is these tenants that you want. Because if you accept a bad tenant, one bad tenant can create more headaches and cause you more financial pain than 10 to 15 good tenants. Again, it is so extremely important that you have an abundance mindset and you are okay with rejecting tenants and interviewing them and going through the uncomfortable process of sifting through their social media, their Facebook, their Instagram, their LinkedIn. You interview them face to face, and if you are unsure about whether this person will be a good fit, you should challenge them in the interview before they even see the apartment. If they get upset and they walk out, then no problem. It just simply wasn't meant to be. It is okay for you to have a little bit higher vacancy rate as long as you have the best tenants possible who are not going to cause you problems. David Jaffe with BestStockStrategy.com, and let me know your thoughts on whether you believe that finding good tenants is one of the most important variables in determining whether you will be a successful real estate investor or whether you will be an unsuccessful real estate investor. I answer everyone's comments, so leave a comment below, and I look forward to chatting with you in the comments section.